if Marge wants to transfer to the OR, that's fine with me. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Okay. Bye-bye.
Hey, Mom, I gotta talk to you.
Peter, what's wrong?
Well, it's about Courtney.
What is it now?
Don't say it like that.
Peter, look, I'm sorry. It's just that it seems like whenever we talk about Courtney, there's always a new problem.
You shouldn't even have come here.
Peter, I'm sorry. Look, I really do want to help you if I can. It's obvious you're upset.
Well,
Why?
I've been looking all over for her. I looked over at the campus. I even looked in her dorm. I have to find her before Vaughn gets to her.
Mr. Sanders, Nurse Figgins said you wanted to talk to me. I still have several patients to see. Is it something urgent?
Well, I'd say it's urgent, all right. I thought you told me that you keep your files confidential.
Well, of course. Doctor-patient confidentiality is the same here as any practice.
Is that so?
Yes, of course. Why do you ask?
Well, in that case, then I'd like you to explain to me how Peter Davidson ever could have gotten a hold of my file.
So, Ms. Wright, what do you think? Is Jean going to be much longer?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're new here, so you wouldn't know about Walter McGovern's M.O. M.O., that's modus operandi.
Look, I know that. Look, Sergeant Brubaker, Mr. Redland should be back momentarily, so if you'll just excuse me, I've got much to do, okay?
Yeah. The story you're working on?
I'm not actually working on a story. I'm working with Mr. Redland, or shall I say, I'm seeing how he works.
Oh, well, you're learning from the best.
Sure am.
Anybody can figure out the mystery of the Dar es Salaam Bible, it's him.
Sure can.
So, what do you think makes this Bible so valuable? What do you think?
Look, I have no idea.
Really? Don't you have a theory?
Nope.
I got a theory.
Since you're so insistent on telling me, why don't you tell me?
My theory is that there's something hidden in the Bible. Diamond, piece of gold.
But, Sergeant Brubaker, if that were true, don't you think someone would have found it by now?
Maybe. Could be a map. Directions to some treasure.
Well, perhaps you're right. And the Bible is terribly old, so don't you think perhaps that could be why it's so valuable?
No, I don't think so. Ms. Wright, can I call you Janice?
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you, Janice, you see, I don't think it has anything to do with the age, and I'll tell you why. Because Jeremy Lancelot had a look at that Bible. He placed a value at $25,000 that raked in $1.2 million. Can you believe that? $1.2 million. Now, if it had anything to do with the age, Jeremy would have known about it, right? I think there's something else involved here.
Perhaps you're right.
Of course I'm right. That's what I get paid for, my powers of deduction. Deduce this. Hello, gentlemen. I see you're getting around Kingsley. You mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
As a matter of fact, we do mind, Sergeant.
Well, I would guess that you would have learned by now that by cooperating, you get a lot further.
We are here to see Jean Redland.
Oh, why is that?
Not that we have to answer any of your questions, Sergeant, but we are very impressed with the articles Mr. Redland has been writing about the Dar es Salaam Bible. We would just like to see if he has any further news about its present whereabouts.
So the princess still wants to get it back for her country.
Yes, that is true. Legally, we assure you.
Oh, and I assure you that that's exactly how it's going to happen, gentlemen. May I also remind you that Harold Webster's client, whoever that may be, is the rightful owner of that Bible.
There is no need to remind us, Sergeant.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Now, I trust I have answered all of your questions properly.
Yeah, for now.
Good. Now, will you please show us to Mr. Redlund?
Well, I'm afraid I can't because he's out with his editor and he won't be back right away. So maybe you'll have to come back some other time.
Good. We will wait for him then.
Well, I guess I'll just wait for him too with you.
Okay, now, Peter, just calm down and tell me why it is so urgent for you to find Courtney before Vaughn does.
Well, I got some stuff to tell her about Vaughn.
Like what?
Well, I can't go into it right now, but once I tell her, there's no way she's gonna marry him.
You thought that once before.
Yeah, but this time I gotta reach him before he has a chance to lie to her like her father did. When I saw his medical record, I knew there's no way she's gonna marry him.
Vaughn's medical record? I don't understand.
Well, all I can say is that he's been down to the free clinic.
Vaughn Sumner at the clinic?
Yeah, I was shocked too, especially when I found out why he was there. So, do you have any guesses maybe where she might be?
Me? Well, now, just let me think. Gosh, Peter, I really don't know. Maybe she's with Miriam.
Miriam? Yeah, where?
At Modeling Associates, maybe. I mean, Miriam's working there now, you
Okay,
know.
well, where would that be? I haven't been there in a year when Gil was dating Amber.
I don't know offhand. Let me check my phone book. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably in here. Here we go. Modeling Associates. Here it is. Here it is. Right here. Modeling Associates.
220 West Waverly? Okay, 220 West Waverly. Okay, bye. Thanks.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You don't? Peter Davidson read my file.
Oh, that's absurd.
Is it? You do know Peter Davidson, don't you?
Well, yes, I know him.
Well, I had a little chat with him not too long ago, during which he informed me that he's aware of my condition. He knew exactly why I came to your clinic. Now, either you shared complicity with him on this, or he just somehow got a hold of that file.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sanders. I don't know what's going on, but I can assure you that I did not, nor would I ever share a patient's private file with anyone but a doctor.
That still doesn't excuse this. You're my doctor. You're supposed to keep your files confidential.
Why in the world would Peter Davidson be interested in you?
Because he intends to take this information and give it to Courtney, my fiancée, at which time there goes the engagement.
Oh, wait a minute. You said your fiance's name is Courtney? Would that by any chance be Courtney Carpenter?
That's exactly who I'm referring to.
But I thought she was engaged to somebody, Vaughn somebody or other. That's what Peter said. Wait a minute. I need some straight answers from you.
I'm not Vic Sanders. My name is Vaughn Sumner.
Why did you lie to me?
I lied because I didn't want anyone to find out about this. Why else would I? And don't play dumb with me, Doctor. There's only one way Peter Davidson could have got a hold of that file, and that's through you.
Well, I promise you that I'll talk to Peter and get to the bottom of this.
You'd better. And if you manage to stop him from getting to Courtney, I just might manage to forget about this.
Well, I'll do everything I can. I don't know how this happened, but believe me, I'm sorry.
Oh, not as sorry as you're gonna be if he gets to Courtney first. Because I'll drag you into the courtroom so fast, you won't have time to take off your stethoscope.
Well, this is a bit of a surprise. What happened to your afternoon off?
Well, I did some shopping, and then I took a stroll in the park. It was a bit nippy, though, so I decided to return and do my needlepoint. I hope you had a pleasant afternoon.
I certainly did. Dan and I reviewed these leases of a new property I just bought, and we discovered that there was a provision that the owner could increase the rent by 25% each month. Needless to say, a letter to that effect will go out first thing in the morning.
Wonderful. Could I bring you some tea or coffee?
Yes, I think some tea would be fine.
Very well, sir.
Oh, Mrs. Lucas, is Vaughn here?
No, he isn't.
What about Courtney?
No, I imagine they're out still working on their wedding arrangements.
I would think so. That great event is just about upon us.
And you know I'm really looking forward to it.
Ho, ho, ho. Mrs. Lucas, so am I. That will be a day I won't soon forget.
You know, there's something wonderful about weddings when two people are in love.
Yes, yes. The tea, please?
Yes, of course, sir.
Hello? I'd like some information. Patient information, please. Yes, I am a relative of Phyllis Carpenter, and I'd like to find out whether or not she had a visit from her husband today. You don't? Well, if you'll just connect me with her room, I'll ask her myself. What? What do you mean she can't come to... Hello?
Is there a problem, sir?
Well, that's very strange, Mrs. Lucas. I just called the sanitarium and asked to speak to my sister-in-law, and they say that she can't come to the phone.
Well, I can understand why. From what I've heard, she isn't capable of receiving calls.
Yes, but she was supposed to be getting better.
Oh, well, perhaps she isn't.
Perhaps you're right, Mrs. Lucas. Perhaps her condition isn't improving at all.
I just came by to tell you I have some of those delicious little chocolate eclairs. Tea won't be long.
Thank you. Hello, Dan. Charles. Listen, stop by the house on your way home, will you? What? Yes, it's important. Very important.
So, what are these guys doing here?
They were just leaving.
Sergeant, that is the Dar es Salaam Bible. We would like to see if it is still in good condition. Certainly you would not deprive us that.
All right, but no funny business. Long time no see, Paula.
Yeah,
You're looking good. Clean Living must be agreeing with you. How'd you get your hands on the Bible?
I took it from Lance
You took it? How?
when he wasn't there. Look, Sergeant, I just want to make it clear to you that I didn't steal this thing after the auction.
Go on. Go ahead. Tell the rest of the story. It's all right.
You see, Lance was living on this boat down at the river, and I took the Bible when he wasn't there.
Where's the boat?
Lance keeps moving it around a lot.
But you know what the boat looks like.
Well, I was only there at night a couple of times. It's just a beat-up old boat. I want you to know that Lance found me. Now, I was going straight, but he scared me. And I was afraid he was going to hurt me like he used to.
You gotta understand something, Paul. You are our only link to Lance right now. Now, where was that boat the last time you saw it?
Down at the docks at 34th Street.
All right, I have a couple of my men check it out.
Paula, does Lance know that this Bible is missing?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess so. That's why I agreed to give it back. Look, I'm scared, you guys. And you don't know Lance like I do. He's gonna be after me, and this time he's gonna go for blood.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not gonna happen. I told you that, right?
Oh, yeah? And how can you be so sure? Oh, please don't ring now.
Mrs. Davidson,
Terry, this is Dave. I'm trying to find Peter. I tried your home, but there was no answer.
this is so strange.
What is?
Well, earlier, Peter was here looking for Courtney, and now you're calling trying to find him.
Yes, well, do you know where he is?
Look, Dave, something is going on here, and I want to know what it is.
Look, Terry, I can't go into it over the phone right now, but I've got to find Peter, and I've got to talk to him privately. Now, could you tell me where he is?
Well, as I said, he was here earlier, and I told him to try Modeling Associates.
Modeling Associates?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, that's right. That's where Miriam works, isn't it?
Yeah, and Miriam is Courtney's cousin.
That's right. Oh, well, great. I'll try there. Thanks, Terry.
Dave?
Okay, Cynthia, the 2 o'clock fitting is at this address. Go ahead and see Mr. Kaysen. And keep in mind, he likes his models to be seen and not heard, okay? Bye. Laura, thank you for coming by with your friend, Jennifer's. So have a seat, and I will be back in a minute to look over your portfolio. But first, if you would, just fill out some of the qualifications, questionnaire. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay. Well, all out of the gown, and it was absolutely beautiful on you.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
And so are you. Courtney, now don't give me that look, because it's true. All brides are beautiful. That's just the way it is, and I don't want to hear any arguments.
Yeah, well, I just wish that I felt differently.
Modeling Associates, hello.
Miriam, this is David Phillips. Is Peter Davidson there?
Peter? No, he isn't here.
Well, if you see him or hear from him, would you please tell him to call me immediately? It's really urgent.
Fine, Dave. Yes, okay.
Thank you, Miriam.
All right. Bye-bye.
Who was looking for Peter?
It was Dave Phillips. He said it was urgent.
Why would he think that Peter would be here?
I don't know. He didn't say.
I wonder how he is.
Courtney, you know, you could ask him yourself.
Oh, no, I can't, Miriam.
Yes, you can. It's not too late.
Yes, it is, Miriam. I'm marrying Vaughn on Friday. Everything is set.
But you don't have to go through with this wedding.
But I do. For my mother's sake, as well as my father's. You know that. I just wish I could get Peter out of my mind.
I don't think that's going to be easy.
Yeah, well, maybe when I become pregnant with Vaughn's child, I'll be able to forget about him. I want a baby, Miriam. I really do. It's the only bright spot in this whole thing.
You don't know how much I want to tell you again. How I feel. All right, I won't.
Courtney?
Thank you.
I've been looking all over for you.
Peter, don't.
Hey, listen, I gotta talk to you. Have you seen Vaughn yet?
No, why?
Peter, excuse me for interrupting, but I just had a phone call from Dave Phillips for you, and he wants you to get in touch with him right away.
I don't have time for that. I got something to tell you.
Well, Charles, what is so important?
Well, it's about my sister-in-law, Phyllis. As I mentioned to you earlier today, I understand that she's making a marked recovery, only I can't confirm it.
Where do I come in?
Well, I want you to find out exactly what her condition is.
What, you're worried that she might have gotten too well?
Well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that everything hinges on her condition. If she is making a recovery, I've got to know it.
So, if she does make a recovery, there might not be a wedding.
Mm-hmm. I'm quite sure under those circumstances, Preston would tell Courtney that she didn't have to marry Vaughn.
So the bottom line is, Courtney doesn't marry Vaughn, and you don't get that seat on the board of Carpenter Shipping.
Precisely.
Well, what if the doctor does say that Phyllis's improvement will continue?
Oh, I don't even want to consider that possibility. What I need right now is facts. Facts that will help me make a decision about what I must do.
Well, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's not important that you do. Dan, what I want you to do is get up to Lake Forest, bring me back a full report. A report, incidentally, that I hope includes the information that my sister-in-law's condition is as hopeless as it has been.
Miriam can stay, Peter. Whatever you have to say to me, you can say.
Hold it. No, what I have to say to you is for just you. You understand?
Courtney?
Okay.
I'll just be in the next room if you need me.
So what do you have to say?
It's about Vaughn.
Peter, I don't want to...
Hold it. Something about Vaughn that you have to know.
What?
Well, I was down to the clinic today and was doing a little public health research for a reporter. Dr. Phillips came out with a patient.
Peter, what is this all about?
The patient was Vaughn.
Vaughn? At the clinic?
Yeah,
Come on.
hold it. I was shocked, too. Especially when I saw his medical record.
And you read his medical record?
Yeah. Well, that's probably what Dr. Phillips wants to talk to me about, but... Courtney, Vaughn can't have children.
What?
I'm serious now. He's sterile and impotent.
Peter, how could you say such a thing? It Isn't it bad enough that you lied to me about my father moving my mother out of Rose Hill? Are you going to start making up lies about Vaughn, too?
I didn't lie about that, and I'm not lying now either. Vaughn can't be a father. He'll never have a normal relationship with a woman. You think I'd lie about that?
Maybe.
Courtney.
I don't know. If it was true,
Look, I'm not going to try to convince you. I know somebody that can.
Who?
Dr. Phillips at the clinic. Go down there and see him. Courtney, I'm not lying to you. Please, come with me.
Okay. I'll go. To find out the truth.
Yeah. It's yours?
Miriam?
Yeah.
Miriam, I'm going with Peter.
Where?
I'd rather not say right now. I'll catch up with you later tonight.
Are you all right?
I don't know. I think I'm just kind of numb right now.
What are you talking about? Remember what I told you now? The police are going to watch out for you, and so will I. That's not going to happen, all right?
With the new information we got on the boat, we'll be able to close in on Lance, put him behind bars where he belongs.
Russ, did you by any chance check this out before you brought it over here?
No. We just picked it up and brought it straight on over.
What about you, Paul? Well, if Lance had his hands on this Bible, then maybe we should examine it to make sure everything is all right.